what's up everybody? Welcome back to Coach Joyner's War Room. And we are back with a special Lake Shore Drive episode. So first we got Quincy Threat typing in. And then we got Coach Hub calling into the building next. First we're going to start off with Quincy. As I start off with most of my interviews. Especially with the guys that move cities to go play at their prep school. I just wanted to know what made Quincy, a kid from Massachusetts, go from Mass to go playing in Chicago at Lakeshore Drive. What he told me is, I'm from Mass, but I used to love watching Chicago play basketball. Just something about the way they defend and the athleticism that made me love the game the way I do now. So that would be a big reason why he went over there to play for Lakeshore Drive in the Chicago area. Learn from their hoopers that defense, that grit that they play with. He wants to learn that. With him being new over there, I asked him how does he see himself fitting in his first season with LSD. He said same thing he said before. He's going over there to bring defense and athleticism. That's how he says he's going to fit in over there, and that's how he's going to earn his playing time, by just being a natural athlete and giving his all on defense. I told him how does he envision himself what role does he envision himself carving this first year? He said, I envision myself being an interior presence on the offense and defensive end. He's going to earn that role through engagement and working hard. So he's going to be in the lab. A lot of y'all need to get in the lab like him. The engagement is what's going to get y'all better. That's the training for y'all. Y'all need to do that so y'all can have the EMs once the specialized training starts rolling out. Because without it, y'all gonna have to just work on what y'all work on. Y'all not gonna be able to work on y'all specific part of y'all game. Get on that. Get engaged. Ask him what excites him most about playing his next year in the greatest prep league in the world, SimWorld Prep. He said the thing that excites him the most is his team. The energy that they're going to bring on and off the court. He thinks that they have the best energy in prep. They got the best locker room in prep, the best energy. That's the thing he's most excited for. Being with his boys and just shooting just having fun with his boys and just getting that energy out and just building those relationships. Which skills or aspects of his game is he looking to improve this next year? He's looking to improve his mid-range shooting, slashing, or his playmaking. So he's trying to become a more well-rounded player so he can use all that athleticism in a more refined way and not just being an athlete just to be one. He wants a distinct role as he reaches the next level. Is he going to be using that athleticism to go cut behind guys? Is he using it to stop on a dime and rise up for a quick midi? Is he using it to just use it as a decoy and he going to pass it out to the 3-point shot? He's trying to refine his role and find new ways to use his athleticism this next year. And I think Coach Hub is a good guy to get him to that ceiling he wants to be to when he gets to the next level. I asked him his biggest influences just in life, basketball or outside of basketball. He gave me 2 that work for both. He said they help him grow as a player. They've always had his back and encouraged him through his struggles, his highs, his lows, everything. They are his mom and his grandfather. 2 people that were really close with him. Are really close with him. And just have been encouraging him on this journey and are going to continue to encourage him on this journey. Asked him going into his senior year, what colleges pique his interest in? What's the long-term goal? He said the long-term goal is just to make the league as of now. No, not being a star in the league, not being just as of right now, we just going to get there. But let's just get your first season through prep before we thinking being a star in the NBA or SWBA. I get that. But he said the colleges that pique his interest going into the senior year are UConn, Duke, Illinois, BYU, and UMass. that's a wide range of colleges from the top tier schools like Duke and not this past year, but UConn is usually a top tier school, to some pretty decent schools with Illinois being I would say a higher to mid tier team. And then BYU and UMass, he has a whole lot from not even just his neck of the woods. They're all over the place. They're all over the place. Then he's reaching that net out. Make yourself available to multiple teams. You might see something you're interested in. These teams this next season might show them something that, hey, they can use me in this spot. They're missing this. So hey, it's not a bad thing to have a whole bunch of teams on your radar, especially if you're not committed nowhere yet. Like, look at all the teams. Don't just look at the teams you're interested in. Look at the ones that are interested in you, because the ones that are interested in you are more likely to give you the playing time, the role that you would like if they're coming to you first. But we're going to hop into the interview with Coach Hub. He called in. I'm going to catch y'all on the flip side. I got Coach Hub live in the building.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate you. Appreciate you for having us.
No problem, Coach. So, Coach, what made you go to Lakeshore? What stood out to you about that team?
To be honest, I thought Lakeshore was in Cleveland, Ohio, which is my home. We do have a Lakeshore in Cleveland, so I thought it was part of the neighborhood. Come to find out, it's actually in Chicago. But looking at the roster, I seen a lot of hype. After looking at film, I seen a lot of talent. It just felt like the right place for me, close to the family and friends and neighborhood.
All right, that's good. Close enough to get home when you want to. I mean, that's the reason I came over here to QCK. But I've seen you've been in the lab recruiting. I see you got Pablo Carter, Quincy Threat, who's here with us, and a couple others. Who are you most excited to see on the court?
Honestly, all these young men, Pablo came as a rim protector. See threat factor on defense. He's guarding multiple positions. You'll see him a little bit of everywhere. He can do a little bit of everything. And they good vision. He's not selfish. Jermaine Duckworth, premier post scorer, non-shift worthy. He's a bucket. Not to mention Witness Word, one of the most athletic players in prep. If you don't know, you'll see. So, just a lot of things at Lakeshore that we're excited to see. I'm just excited to compete, honestly.
Man, I can't wait to see you on the court. We gonna have the shift worthy brothers against each other. But I know you got Pablo Carter, and I know he was highly recruited. How did it feel when you finally got that acceptance letter?
It felt great. Honestly, it felt great. I was putting in work, recruiting him, talking to him, just telling him about the vision that I saw for him at Lakeshore and what I saw he could be. And when he finally signed, it was a great day. He was my first recruit signed, so it's something special we got right there instantly. But that was a great sign for us.
All right, and what kind of system are you looking to run with all these guys?
Defense, defense, defense. We're playing defense. We're running. We're putting pressure on boys constantly. You'll see lineup changes. We're keeping legs fresh. We're shooting different looks at you constantly. Offense, we're going to keep it simple. We're looking for the best shot available. And whether it's coming from Millie G, Nas, or Jermaine, or even Pablo, we're looking for the best shot, easy buckets at the rim.
Well, I can tell you right now, you're gonna get those easy buckets. You got size on a lot of teams. But Yeah, you got Pablo at 6'11", 245. Quincy at 6'7", 190. Them boys gonna bully some of these kids.
I mean, that's the expectation, honestly. Um, you're gonna have to run through us in order to get to the rim, and if you seeing Pablo there, I don't think it's gonna be a pretty sight for most people.
For most, not at all. So not who is your hardest person to recruit this offseason?
Hardest person to get in there was, I won't say hardest, probably was Pablo, because it took some time. I had to develop a trust with him. Um, that was probably the toughest recruit to get in there. Quincy bought in. We had some banter back and forth. Got him to show his engagement, show some initiative. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. And after that, it's been kickstart since then.
And I'm gonna just ask you, how have you been enjoying this whole world that we got going on here?
I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm engaged. I'm in the stories. I I see how you can grow. I see the community behind it, and I see what this can what it's growing to be and how it can go even further. I'm excited for where it is right now, and I'm excited to be a part of it early on. So when we 3-4 years down the line, it's just even better. And
So you speaking on growth, how do you see yourself growing through this next year?
Seeing us growing. It's gonna be tough. A lot of people say first year coaches it's a tough ship to navigate when it comes to the live coaching, and I get that. But as a team builder and a strategist, um, and with how much film work I've been putting in, I really see us doing pretty well. We lost some games last year in the fourth quarter. That last 2 minutes, that's when it's been clutch. Had some people with the ball in their hands that didn't need hands. But this year we've got a different focus, and I feel like a committed coach helps that.
Being committed sure does help. You know, we got a lot of guys that are just trying to float through, and that's just not gonna get them up there. But speaking on committed coaches, where do you see yourself going? You trying to go to the league? You trying to stop at college?
Uh, Honestly, I haven't even thought that far. I'm excited to be in prep. Um, I'll probably stop at college. Be honest with you, SWU is probably where I'll live once I get there. But I do want to spend a few years in prep. I do like building young players and getting that growth out of them, and just showing them that dedication can lead to so many things, not just here, but just in life.
All right, so we thinking about SimWorld prep for now, maybe SimWorld U down the line, but I see it. You know, I'm trying to do the similar thing. It's gonna be my third year in prep, just trying to get a good season out of my boys.
I think you got it this season. Boys gonna show play.
I hope so. Last year was a struggle, but we gonna get you on out of here, man. Any last things you want to say?
Uh, just here to represent the drive, man. These boys putting on in the locker room. They might not be all in the media like everybody else, but I'm in the media for them, and they're putting in that work in the locker room. So they got the drive, and we're gonna show prep what we here to do.
All right, everybody. That's Coach Hub, and that was Quincy Threat. They coming for y'all. The drive gonna show up. Y'all better show out too.